Hey fam, what's up? Just tapping in to give an update, just make a video and just talk. This past week, few weeks have been one for the record books, that's for sure. Um, I hope everyone had an awesome Thanksgiving, and that you were able to enjoy family or friends, or you did a Friendsgiving or what have you. So, yeah. My family visited Texas from Kansas City, and the Kansas City Chiefs played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, and unfortunately we lost. However, it was still a good game. It was still a good game, and it was good to just enjoy and watch the game here in Dallas with my family. You know, my dad, my bonus mom, my siblings, nieces, nephews, auntie, all that. I really just really enjoyed it. When you live away from home, it's always good when family come in town and visit, you know, and things like that. I really looked forward to it, and it was more than I anticipated, I'm just so grateful to God. I'm truly grateful. But yeah, so for the past couple of weeks, I had been I applied to work with this gentleman that had a couple of trucks. A friend of mine reached out to me. We hadn't talked in maybe 13, 14 years. And just in conversation, I mean, she hit me up on Messenger, and just in conversation, she happened to have, you know, she's a trucker as well, but she's kind of been chilling for about a year. But her and her husband ran Team when I first met them over 14 years ago. And so we were just catching up, and through conversation, she just happened to have a gentleman, a friend of hers, that was looking for a driver. And so, you know, me kind of going through what I'm going through financially and everything, I kind of jumped on the situation, and it did not work out. It did not work out at all. And, you know, I've been preaching for the past 6 months. I mean, I've been off the truck since June this year. And I've been preaching for the past 6 months that I didn't want to go back to trucking. I was trying to avoid it at all costs. But, you know, I was sending my resume out, doing this, doing that, and just wasn't getting any responses on any jobs or anything like that. So I jumped, in a desperate situation, I jumped at the opportunity, and there were a lot of red flags along the way. But what sealed the deal yesterday was my first time on the truck. I did a walk around the truck and everything Sunday. What was that, November 30th? Let them know the steer tire, things like that. But yesterday was the first time I was going to take a load to Garland, Texas, and take it to Missouri City, Texas. Y'all, I didn't even get. I got on the truck, got to the pickup in Garland, baby, couldn't get out the truck. And you might say, Cheryl, what do you mean you couldn't get out the truck? Yes, I'm trying to open the door, the handle. I'm trying to open the door to get out the truck. Door was broke. You can't get out the truck. To make a long story short, there were a lot of safety issues. My CDL is very important to me. And yeah, we can't have that. Yeah, we can't have that. But like I said, it was a lot of blaring red flags all the way up until that point. So that sealed the deal. And I was going to go ahead and just handle it and go ahead and just part ways while I was here in Dallas. Yeah, I wasn't going to wait to get me anywhere and then try to, because these owners, some of them will sit you outside till you get off their truck. I mean, it can be ruthless out here. So, yeah, they met the right one, because part of the owner was texting me, well, I said, well, when you dropped the truck off yesterday, how did you get out the truck? He said, I rolled the window down and stuck my arm out the window and unlatched it. I said, oh, okay, well, my arm, baby, I don't care if the slash was right there. I have no business as a CDL holder truck driver rolling down a window and sticking my hand out the window to open up the door of an 18-wheeler. Not knowing what could happen as I'm traveling along these highways and I need to jump out this doggone truck. Baby. Did he talk about what the passenger's door work? No, sir. No, sir. I said, yeah, this ain't gonna work. This relationship, this trucking relationship is not gonna work at all. No, sir. So, I just said, where I want me to take the truck, and I was instructed to grab the paperwork. I did pick up the load, grab the paperwork, and go park it back where I told them to park it, and I left the key. I just put it back where it was supposed to go. Put the fuel card back where it was supposed to go. One of my previous employers, well, a guy that owns about 20 trucks. That I used to drive for, just so happened I seen him on the way, called him because I was on the phone with him that morning, letting him know what was going on already. Just so happened God sent him through. I called him. He came pick me up from the truck. I just started taking my stuff, handing it to him, and he's putting it in his Ford F-150, and I'm taking. He said, "Where the dog at?" I said, "Oh, he right here." He couldn't see Pickles because Pickles is so little. So, baby. Yeah, that about a good hour, I was back home. About a good hour, I was back home real quick. Yeah, I said, okay. Now, so yeah, that didn't work out. So good. I'm glad, that I paid attention to my instincts. I paid attention to the safety issues that were going on with the truck. It was lesson learned, you just move on, lesson learned, move on. And that was that. So now I'm back at the drawing board. I'm still, I told my previous employer, Keytrick, who brought me home and everything. He has trucks. He said he has opening. I always have a job with him. And I was like, that I'm so appreciative. So I just told him, give me about 24 hours to think about all this first. I'm in a situation, but I don't want to jump and make another crazy decision based off desperation. I'm just going to be honest, based off desperation right now. So, because God has been taking care of me all this time. So, and I've been trusting and leaning and depending on him. So, so I said, Keitra, just give me a day or so to think about, if because I didn't want to go back into trucking. But one of the things I definitely did not want to do if I went back to my previous employer is unload. For the past couple of years, I would have to unload at the Trader Joe's stores. And then I stopped doing that and just had them just start running me to Colorado, to where I just did relay runs. I didn't have to unload in the stores no more. So I was enjoying that for the past few years. And so they had to let 30 trucks go. Our truck was one of them. So I was like, oh God, okay. But they are willing to allow me to come back, but it's a touch freight company. I know that, and they already said that you're going to have to unload. And so, because again, I'm getting older and I'm trying to work smarter, not harder, I don't want to unload a trailer no more. It takes a toll. Trucking in itself takes a toll on your body already. And I'm just not willing to go back to that. That's crazy. So, Keytrick has his own authority, also trucks on with the previous employer. So he has trucks, so he could do the low board and stuff like that, which he did advise me is not looking good. The money doesn't look good, but it's up to me. So I have a few irons in the fire. That could be one of them. In the meantime, still go online looking for at-home jobs or what have you, remote jobs, all kind of things, stuff like that. So that is that. But in the meantime, I am thankful. I am grateful that I wasn't on the highway somewhere and and got stuck and couldn't open the door. And oh my God, I'm so glad I was still only 30 minutes from home and was able to turn that truck around and park it back where they said park it. And I had, and take care of what I needed to take care of and get on back home. So yeah, lesson learned, lesson learned. But yeah, so that's enough for me. I did about 10 minutes. That's about all I'm gonna do. I'm trying to just keep up with my journey a little bit here and there. I'm more active on TikTok, but I'm gonna try to do more on YouTube because still the money is at YouTube. I'm not monetized either way, but still, I still like to document my journey. I've always been like that, so it is what it is. All right, that's the end of my video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Comment down in the comment section. I'll hit you up in the comment section or what have you, and I'll check you out in the next video. Bye bye.